Hello, Percy.
What's going on YouTube? It's your boy R.A.S and I'm back with the latest development in the Chainsaw Man manga. And today we got chapter 120, so let's just get straight into it. But before we get into this video does contain heavy Chainsaw Man manga spoilers. So if you are anime only and you just don't want to get spoiled, please do not watch this video. Thank you. Okay, so recap of the last chapter, chapter 119. When Asa comes over to watch movies with Denji, Denji warns her to follow these 3 rules, and if she doesn't, it could result in her death. And when Yoru takes over Asa's body, she makes out with Denji in an attempt to turn him into a weapon, but Nayuta bursts through the door and she points at Yoru, calling her a thief, and then shoots one of her chains, which is one of the Controldevils abilities, right through her head. And this is where chapter 120 picks up. Okay, so chapter 120 name is Triangle. Okay, so we see Yoru with the control chains going through her head and Denji reacting. Yoru looks up immediately and just starts barking like a dog. As she continues to bark, Nayuta starts, maniacally laughing, and enraged, Denji asks Nayuta what she did to her, and Nayuta responds like, bro, obviously I turned her into a dog. So Denji's like, why would you do that? And Nayuta then says, because she put spit on my property, referring to Denji. So Denji's like, the hell you talking about? I'm my own property. And he's like, turn Asa back. So of course, Nayuta being petty, she's like, nah, I'm too hungry. So Denji's like, fine, I'll make you something, but you have to turn her back after. So Nayuta agrees, and we just see Asa sleeping with the dogs. So we see Denji and Nayuta eating, and then we see Nayuta telling the dogs around her, to let her eat in peace. And Denji then says, hurry up and eat so you can turn her back. I'm serious about this. And when she continues to eat, she asks Denji, does he think it's a good idea to turn her back? So of course Denji's like, what do you mean? So Nayuta goes into more detail saying doesn't every girl you meet try to kill you, right? So what makes her any different? And Denji's like, I don't know, I just have a feeling. So Nayuta agrees and is like, fine, I'll turn her back, and it's not like, you're gonna die anyways. But Nayuta continues to say, only on 2 conditions, and if you don't agree to these conditions, then she'll be a dog for the rest of her life. So Denji's like, of course, what do you want? And Nayuta's like, okay, first I want ice cream every day. So Denji's like, Denji being Denji, he's like, fine, as long as I get some too. Nayuta then says for her second condition that Denji has to stop seeing Asa. And confused, Denji's like, why? That doesn't make any sense. So Nayuta answers saying you're better off without her, and plus I don't like her scent. And so Denji's like, what do you mean her scent? Okay, so I thought this was a good scene, or a little good Easter egg, because it's kind of implying that Nayuta knows somewhat of Asa's fiend status, right? But of course they obviously don't know anything about the wardevil or anything of that, right? So Denji's like, oh, well, she must smell like wet dog, referring to last chapter. But Nayuta's like, what are you talking about? That's a good smell. Just stop being friendly with her, bro. So Nayuta continues to say, she'll alter Asa's memories and she'll think, Denji never showed up for their date in the first place. So Denji's like, bro, she'll hate me forever then. So Nayuta's like, okay, what does that have to do with me? You're done talking to her anyways. So Denji goes back and forth looking at Asa, and Nayuta then sighs and agrees and just says, fine, fine, Nayuta, you come first. So Nayuta looks back at Denji, showing him the deuces sign, she Tyreek Hill or something. Afterwards, we see Asa standing by herself, and Yoru then comments on how it's getting late and she doesn't think Denji is coming. And Yoru tells Asa that it's possible that he just isn't into you, and he did seem into you back at the aquarium, but Yoru just comes to the conclusion that they need to just focus on a different boy. And so we just see Asa she just sits there just staring still, right? Asa then finally speaks, saying, yeah, Denji must have forgotten, and it doesn't matter, she doesn't care anyways. And she continues to say I was only going on the date to tell him to stay away from me, and how she's glad he forgot the date anyways. And she says she has better things to do, like school, and she can never focus on dating. and like, you know, she's just rambling, basically saying, you know, she doesn't need men, and at the aquarium she was desperate, and Denji was a male, so she starts blaming her hormones for acting the way she did. And then she's saying that, she goes on saying like she'd rather be alone and she needs to go back to focusing on beating Chainsaw Man, basically trying to justify her behavior for while she's trying to sound like she doesn't care for what Denji did, but we all know she actually does. And it's funny because, you know, we see Yoru just sitting there like, like, sure, that's the reason, that's how you feel. So after Asa says all of that, she just sits there and just starts to stare again. And then it finally hits her as she leans over and she wonders, like, you know, what's wrong with her? Like, why would she be, like, she should be caring about getting her body back, not focus on chasing guys, right? So Yoshida pulls up and asks Asa if she's okay, and Asa looks back at Yoshida like what do you want? So Yoshida's like, just like, tell me what are you doing right now? And Asa's like nothing, I guess. So Yoshida looks back at her and is like, well, you should keep me company for a little bit. And Asa looks back at Yoshida, and that's where chapter 120 ends. Okay, so final thoughts. First off, the title, triangle. So I thought this was kind of referring to like a love triangle, like, you know, we see Denji kind of pick between like Makima or R.A.S, and then like in this case it's Yoru or Asa and Nayuta. So so Denji had to tell like Nayuta about about his past, about how, you know, all those girls try to kill him. And like that means that she knows about Makima, or she knows a little bit of what's going on, but we really don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comments. So, and then 3, Yoshida. So, you know, Yoshida pulls up right when they were like, hey, like, you know, we gotta find a new guy to, you know, turn into a weapon, right? Strong enough, right? So, you know, let me know what you guys think about Yoshida. Like, is he gonna be the new guy? Like, does he know about Yoru the Fiend? Like what do you guys think that could happen? Let me know. All right, so if you enjoyed this vid, remember to like and subscribe, and if we can get to 75 subscribers, then the next Chainsaw Man of chapter 46 will drop immediately. So, and also let me know if any feedback or anything that I missed from the chapter, anything, just comment anything, let me know. And with that being said, R.A.S out. Bye.